Necesito espacio acá.
President Trump and the Trump administration, you would think that the U.S. courts have found that Mr. Abrego Garcia is part of MS-13, but in fact, they have not found that. In fact, recently a U.S. federal court judge said that the Trump administration did not have evidence to support the claim that he had ever been part of MS-13. So I want to emphasize that President Trump and our Attorney General Pam Bondi and the Vice President of the United States are lying when they say that Abrego Garcia has been charged with a crime or is part of MS-13. That is a lie. Well, I'm asking President Haley so they illegally abducted Mr. Abrego Garcia from Maryland and sent him to CECOT, which is a notorious prison here in El Salvador. Lack the power, the court lacks the power to order Abrego Garcia's return. Now, the courts of the United States have said there's no evidence to support the charge that he's part of MS-13. So I asked the Vice President whether or not El Salvador has any evidence that he's part of MS-13 or has committed a crime. We'd like to work to have good relations between the people of the United States and the people. If Abrego Garcia has not committed a crime and the U.S. courts have found that he was illegally taken from the United States and the government of El Salvador has no evidence that he was part of MS-13, why is El Salvador continuing to hold him in CECOT? No legal authority to arrest him.
No tenían autoridad legal para arrestarlo.
No justification to detain him. And I said I'm not asking him to smuggle Mr. Abrego Garcia into the United States. I'm simply asking him to open the door of CECOT and let this innocent man walk out. As defendants acknowledge, and the defendants here are the government, the Trump administration. So they should just let him go.
Entonces deberían liberarlo, dejarlo ir.
And they should let him go, and we will find a way to get him from San Salvador to Maryland, the state of Maryland. Exactly why I wanted to meet with them directly. That's why I want to talk to him on the phone. That's why I want to arrange a phone call. And his answer was that the Trump administration is paying El Salvador, the government of El Salvador, to keep him at CECOT. They put that lawyer, who's a 15-year veteran of the Department of Justice, on administrative leave. In fact, the Trump administration lawyer, the government lawyer, admitted to the court that Mr. Abrego Garcia had been mistakenly taken in administrative error, that it was a mistake. And I won't stop trying, and I can assure the President, the Vice President, that I may be the first United States Senator to visit El Salvador on this issue, but there will be more, and there will be more members of Congress coming.